name that's out there that I was interested that, and Mike mentioned him in his article, is Profar. And Profar has, like, you look at some of his numbers in terms of, and one of the things he would be benefited by the shift. With no shift, he batted 303, and he had an OPS of 838. When he had the shift, it was 643 OPS and a batting average of 210. So that's a guy who I think, I mean, if you're going to look at it, and this is him as a left-handed bat, but I still think I know the outfield right now, you have four guys out there. You have Meadows, you have Badu, you have Green, and you have, why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? Carpenter. You have Carpenter out there. But Connor, I'll start with you about this. What about, do you think it's necessary for Detroit to even go after like a veteran outfielder out there to kind of, because again, it's no sure thing that Badu's going to come in and hit like he did when he first started. And that kind of worries me again, because I feel like having too much pressure, like the same thing with Torkelson, having somebody out there just to get the reps, and it's just going to be kind of a longer season.
Yeah, I think if you look at our minor league system, you see a very large influx of infielders, and not that that's a bad thing. I think, looking at the outfield, we don't really have anyone to look forward to besides maybe a Parker Meadows. But again, he's a left-handed batter, and even further down the line, you have Roberto Campos, but even then he's in between, maybe good, maybe not. So I think, if you want to look at three candidates in the outfield, you could say Andrew McCutchen, you could say Tommy Pham, you could even say Adam Duvall. Each one of those guys have a proven track record. I don't necessarily think Duvall is a fit just because he's a large fly ball hitter. Just last year alone, he had a 52.1% fly ball rate. And really in Comerica, we've seen that, fly balls don't really do much. So you really need to look at guys that have high line drive rates. And even as a team, you need to shoot for line drive rates, especially if you're going to keep the dimensions the same at Comerica.